So what we have is so our last payouts for Group B for Babo, we had 43 cents, we had 29 cents for Dips, 54 cents for FBY, 84 cents for GDXY, 28 cents for JPMO, 121 for Maro, 19 cents for MRNY, 67 cents for NVDY, and 326 for PLTY. So I have computed estimates based on 30-day implied volatility, the current price of each, which is here as of close of market today. PLTY is by far the most expensive one of these. And then the percent yield as of last month, 36% for Babo, 45% for Dips, 41% for FBY, 69% for GDXY, 22% for JPMO, which is very low volatility if you look over here. If I rank them in terms of volatility, PLTY and MRNY and Maro are the highest. But JPMO is one of the lowest. So 72% for Maro, 103% for MRNY, 53% for NVDY, and for PLTY, the night owl. Oh, it's William Malikuski. Okay. And then 62.55% for PLTY. So what we have, I did them, ignore these computations here. I took F times E, basically. To get what the annual dividend should be, and I divided by 365. So that would be like with the daily dividend. This is actually the reason I'm doing these because we keep talking about weekly. So I'm starting to get ahead of the curve just in case daily dividends come. So let's see. Let me label these columns properly. Let's see, E times D. Oh, this is just based on implied volatility. So this is what they should be based on the volatility. This is what they actually are running at based on the percent yield. So I'll just call this column. We've got labels for these four now. Here we go. Oh, I did some of it on the live stream. I guess I wasn't fully prepared, but what's new, right? Okay, so if we were to have daily dividends for these, it would be like 1 cent a day. Each of these, how about that? Each of these is paying like 1 cent per day. Actually, it's higher than that because you see some of these are like 1 cent a day would be like $3.65, right? So this is really 1.5 cents. This is really not quite 1 cent. This is almost 2 cents, actually. I don't know why it rounded like that. This is almost 3 cents a day. 5 cents a day. How about this one? 5 cents a day. That seems really strong. Made it live. Bond made it live. Awesome. Okay, so now the estimate, drum roll, and I didn't even have to use the advanced equipment to do it, but the estimate for Babo, drum roll, is going to be 39 cents. For Dips, 19 cents. So we're projecting that Dips is taking a bit of a dip from last month. For FBY, 49 cents. For GDXY, 29 cents. For JPMO, 21 cents. $1.50 for Maro. So we're projecting an increase over last month. 14 cents for MRNY. 33 cents for NVDY. And then 3.49 for PLTY. So we're also projecting an increase there. Let me see if I can switch tabs real quick. Share this one instead real quick. There we go. It's working. Awesome. Amazing when technology works. Okay, so the weekly payers we're not going to estimate. We'll just take a look at what they were at this time, at the same time that Group B was paid last time. So at the same time that Group B was paid last time, let me switch to this tab here. Okay, so we had 41 cents for Chip B, 32 cents for GPTY, 47 cents for LFGY, 23 cents for QDTY, 33 cents for RDTY, 22 cents for SDTY. YLT no go up. Apparently it is. Apparently it's an amazing hedge fund within an ETF, as they say. But I still don't quite see it. Maybe I'm just a cynic. Call me a cynic, I guess. I'm going to say 9.5 cents for Alti. NVDY will no way be 33 cents. Well, I'm basing it on implied volatility, but I would agree that the price movements of NVIDIA does imply a higher price. So that is a very distinct possibility. Anyway, so Ulti, I'm predicting instead of the 8.75 cents, I'm predicting 9.5 cents. Last month at this time, YMAG was 17 cents. YMAX was 14 cents, and then of course we went over the others. As far as percentage, Ulti's still a very high percent yield, followed by LFGY. Now I met a lot of these people in New York that do the trades for these, so that's really cool. So anyway, that's our prediction there. For implied volatility, I use Market Chameleon in case you all were wondering my source. Let's go over the key dates again really quick that we can expect these. Thoughts on Maggie? They should just have a MAGA ETF at this point. Okay, let's see. So we have Group B, the 16th, which is actually now tomorrow. We're going to find out what the dividends are tomorrow morning. And then, so we have the ex dividend date and then the actual like pay date. We have the declaration date, ex div, and record date, which are now the same day, and the payment date. So there's a tight turnaround with these. So we will be paid with these. If you hold any of these, we'll be paid by Friday. So now what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to go over my trades today um, as part of the video. Let me read some comments first. Let's see. Yeah, Maggie, we can look up Maggie real quick. Um, that's Roundhill. It's okay. I guess Mag 7, right? It's up year to date. But anyway, so today, folks, the big takeaway, the options trades are where we're really making our money, as you all know that follow this channel. So believe it or not, I can't believe I'm so casually saying this, but I made like 24,000 today. So let's go look at this. And I can't believe it's like so surreal that that just rolls off the tongue. All right, so let's go. This is what you all really want to see, or so I think. Let's go look over here. Now, this is so I rolled my former 401k for my last employer over to Fidelity because I have plans to open a business this year and stuff like that. So I'm doing a whole C Corp thing. So anyway, I've bought myself some time. The business may not actually open till first quarter next year. So I have grown this now. I moved about 480. That was the 401k that was all in index funds and stuff, which grew phenomenally. Moved it over here, and I've grown this money to 554. We must have gotten crushed by the end of the day because it was up to like 560, which is just mind-boggling. That means I've basically grown this account in like a month and a half. I've grown it $80,000, and it's all from options trading. So the trades today, I had positions open in MSTU. These are all puts, so I'm doing all puts. It's all wheel strategy. So I made of the 24,000 that I claimed to make today. I'll show you where it all came from. By the way, in this rollover IRA with Fidelity, we are up to 60,000 in gains now. So when you add it all together, we're flirting with $200,000 gains. And I'm actually very bold right now. Like my goal has increased drastically. I've gone from, full-time dividend income, so full-time income from a job to full-time dividend income and now full-time option income. So there's like three full-time income streams with the option one being by far the biggest one. We're flirting with 200,000 for the year because I'm up to like 126 in Schwab, 60 over here, and then some other stuff in the Roth IRA. So I'll show both of those in just a second, but let's go over the trades. So I bought back MSTU because we're having a great day. MSTU's come way up. So I bought it back for 990. Might not have even needed to do that because who knows, we might have been able to realize all of this one. But NVDL, the trades I did today, what I'm doing, I hope this makes sense. When I'm selling like September 19th expiring puts for $80 strike price, and I'm collecting like say 45,000, when the price moves up to like 77,000 and it gets that, or excuse me, $77, so when we're only like $3 out of the money, there's a big movement when you've collected like 45,000 in premium. That 45,000 might have moved down to like 35,000. So you could lock in 10,000 of that just like that. That's what I've been doing basically. And then I open up the same trade. So that way, if there's a massive fluctuation, I don't lose all the premium that I've realized. I'm like kind of like locking each phase in, so to speak. So today, that's exactly what I did. I had 20 contracts of NVDL. I bought to close at these prices here. And so I realized, oh, it's up here. So I realized $4,254 twice. And I have to tell you, folks, the gain on the screen at the time showed 8,000. So if you add these up, this is more like 8,500 and change. So the fill prices with Fidelity are phenomenal. And there's a screen on here that shows how much it's saving, how much you save by their accurate fill prices. I am a big fan of Fidelity so far. I love their fill prices. So that was so all right, for those keeping track at home, we've got let's see, 63.38, 83 here, and then we've got 42, 54, 70 twice. So that's 15,000, 14,848, 23. But then what I did, I kind of got a hair up my ass and decided to do the same thing with SMCX. So with SMCX, and this was just from, let's see. Oh no, here it is down here. This was these were another one, June. Yeah, see, I sold them within like 10 days basically and bought them back. Um, so this is today at $53, another 6,172. So let's see. 6,172.89. That's 21,021 easy numbers, right? And that's the other. So that's 60 or almost 60,000. So if we look at the combined accounts over here, let me see if I can just do all of these at once. Okay. And it says professionally managed, but in reality, I'm actually the professional at this point. So combined, we're at 66,299.43 over here. So the Roth, the trades that we closed out in the Roth, we also closed out some SMCX for 26.53 and change. So all in all, we made 23,674.27 today in net realized profits. Pretty good for one day, huh? Especially the start of the week. We still have 4 days to go. Imagine, do the math on that. If you could do that every day the market trades there, say there's like 250 trading days, that would be like $6 million. That would be phenomenal. So anyway, so it's 66,299.43 over here, plus the Schwab gains, which are up to 126 now, which is just phenomenal. I'm making more. I'm making way more trading than I make working right now. So, by the way, I have some big breaking news, which I think I've said. We are going on to Strongman Personal Finance tomorrow. So I expect to go on there. I expect them to shred me because I'm a clown and a goofball making all this money. So I expect them to really, really be exposed tomorrow. Okay, so this plus this, so I'm up to 192,415 for the year. So just shy of 8,000, shy of 200,000 for the year, which is just mind-boggling. So this is the new formula that I'm following. I'm showing the YieldMax trades. Yeah, Taxman is absolutely going to love me. I have 5CAM, PLTY, BTC going down. That's a bummer. I watched that guy. He posted a video about a casual chat. Well, yeah, I've been talking to him. He's actually a really cool guy, but some of his people in there are just hardcore haters. Like there's one particular individual, which you'll probably see him pester me a lot tomorrow. I can tell you, we're not going to harp on too many things too long. I'm not going to stay on one subject too long. We're going to like move forward. Like the whole Khmer thing, like I'm really over. Like for some reason, this guy has such a soft spot all of a sudden for. He says he went into like a deep depression and all that, but yet he's doing videos about me and doxing me, and I guess it's weird how people are. Like they think that for 1 minute they're worried about someone's supposed depression over here, but yet they're going after and attacking and doxing me. And who knows? I guess they don't care what that might or might not do to me. I'm a strong person, but you would think a guy that was in the military and complaining about depression and all that, it's weak. Like we should be, as men, we should be strong. Um, but he's something else. Anyway, enough time devoted to that. We are focusing on substantive content here, not too much drama. So let me share the Schwab account with you all here. This is Schwab. So if we add this 126, 115.52 to the gains over here, you get close to $200,000, which if you would have told me in the beginning of the year, if you would have hit me with a 2x4 and said I'd be doing this, I'd be like, hit me with a 2x4 again. I'd literally be like, hit me, baby, one more time. Because this is mind boggling. And it's like, wow, it's like, and I'm not saying this to brag, but it hasn't hit me yet. I haven't changed any of my habits. I'm still going and haggling over like 50 cents at the store. And I'm like, wow, like I really don't need to. But anyway, hope this inspires all of you all. Now, as far as the open trades in the account, I screwed up on the buyback or on the sellback when I got back in today. Wait a second. Oh no, this is closed positions. So if I go back to overview, open positions, the account was up to like 582 combined, and there's also a health savings account, which this is all boring index investing, in case you all wonder. But every position in the account is up. Look at that. What a freaking bum. Every position in the account is up. What a clown. Um, by the way, you'll notice with my haters, none of them have anything specific to attack on my trades because they're doing pretty well. All I hear them say is, "Oh, bull market, bull market." But you know what? I've made money in a bear market too. So anyway, on the on the flip side, when I reopened these trades, things moved, and this is probably just the way that the market closed. But I expect these to self-correct relatively quickly. But I was overall happy with how I got assigned. Well, when I got filled, I'm very happy with the Fidelity's fill price, like I've been saying. Um, Estimate for PLTY. Aren't you my online mom and dad? Here, let me go back here, Daddy-O. 349. That's what we said. Let me show again. Now that technology is cooperating with me, let me show the tab again. Okay, let's run through them again real quick since Costco 77 was late to the game. 349 for PLTY, 33 cents for NVDY, which some of you already think is going to be way higher. 14 cents for MRNY, $1.49 for MARO, 21 cents for JPMO, 29 cents for GDXY, 49 cents for FBY, dips 19 cents, and 39 cents for Babo, last but not least. Okay, now back to real fun over here, actually. Okay. So I opened up AMDL. I expect to win all of these. NVDL, this one moved against me. But I could have actually, you never know what the market's going to do in advance. But like, I got filled basically at the same price that I bought back for, which I'm very happy about, even a little higher on these. SMCX, it was within like 20 bucks of the buy to close. So what that means, folks, that means where I sold to open before, the difference between that and where I bought to close today, I realized that premium. And then I went ahead and because I closed that one and then I reopened the trade basically at the same price. So there was no loss in the transference, basically. So you see there, those four. But overall, we've got everything up, basically. Everything else is up. So we've got TSLL. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing like a synthetic blend of index investing and options trading. I've got basically pro shares, which I know the experts say not to do, but I've got TQQQ, I've got UPRO, I've got puts now on TSLL. I'm going to open covered calls once it goes back up to, once it gets close to 15, because there's some definitely money on the table there. So if I add up real quick the trades that currently have open, 13,500. Actually, no, I need to go by cost basis over here. So real quick, this is the premium left to realize: 13,216, 36,880. We'll just round up. 27,186, and then 7,393. That is 84,675. For the Roth isn't as big, so we can't do as much there. But we've got SMCX, another basically, and it's weird. It would only let me open 7 instead of 8 this time. But that's another 9,515, 26. So that's a total of 94,190. And then if we go over here real quick, this is what I have left. If I win the rest of these trades, this is what I would be adding to the, what did we say, 192. So with Schwab, I have some other stuff open over here. Let's see. I have basically the same trades I'm doing in 2 accounts. So I've got MSTU over here. Let's see. So MSTU, I've got a call 1465 41. then 10,378.76, then 33,686.72, and then 40,930.09. So that's another 180,000, folks, if I realize all these trades basically. Oh, and then I opened PTIR. I'm doing the same, like I said, same trades on both accounts, and I did AMDL also, and finally Soxel. So that's 186,744. Then there's some others in the Roth. So what happened? So my Roth basically is split. Part of it I started in the 401k, and then I started just doing everything in the traditional in the 401k, and then funding the rest like on my own. But there's more premium over here in this side of the Roth. So we've got 137204. We've got 157934. And then we've got some NVDL trades over here. That's another 7,000. I've already realized 2,000 of that one. So that is, let's see, 7,157.35. So that's total. So basically, there's more trades that I have open. The premium on the trades I have open is higher than what I've realized. So if we add that to the 192,415, we're on pace, folks, to make like 390,000 this year. That's phenomenal. That's all. That's more than $1,000 a day. Amazing. Anyway, I don't say that to brag. I say that to inspire. Hopefully, because we're not here to brag. We're here to inspire. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to do it. Oh, Costco 777, love you, man. You're awesome. Enjoy my videos. John H. Smith. Oh, it's you. Really? I didn't know where you went. I haven't seen you. You were like Mr. Expat. Now you're pretending to be my online parents. Me and mom are taking you to Lego Adventureland place soon. That's awesome. As long as you're paying. I love it when, the fans pay. Mom asked, was Andre not invited this time? No, he was, but he was in Japan. And he said Japan was way cooler. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord. And we will see you all in the next one. We'll see how accurate the dividends were. See you tomorrow on Strongman Personal Finance. Going to be great. Take care. Good night. Bye.